Hey, welcome to Life Made Simple, getting through this narcissistic world. This is Joe Cox Jr. So what we're going to talk about today is a question so many people go back to, and so many people keep asking me questions about is, how did you get so lucky, Joe, to find the love of your life? You're married to a beautiful woman that has the spirit of an angel, and I would agree with that. I do. She's the most amazing human being. Many of you know the story that I met my wife at 15 years old and danced with her at a church dance. I told my mother about her, and she said, "You're not worthy of a girl like that." So I never asked her out. So when we reconnected 30 years later, I felt the same spirit in her that I did then. I didn't even know that's what it was because growing up in such a toxic background, an alcoholic father that was never there for me, not there to teach me how to be a man or how to look at and respect a female or anything like that. Even though I was just pretty much shy, quiet, timid, scared of the world. I was always, even to ask her to dance took a lot of effort. So on the outside, a lot of people say, yeah, you were a really attractive guy at that period of time in life. But I didn't feel it. I thought I was ugly, stupid, no good, worthless, all those things because that's what I'd been brought up to believe. The reason I'm saying all this because we wind up attracting who we are, not what we want. And if we do get what we want, can we keep up with them? Can we, if they've accomplished things and you haven't, if you haven't built your mind, body, and spirit, how are you going to be a person that's compatible with someone like that? My point behind this is that in order to find the right person, you got to become the person that you want to be with. You got to become your own best friend. Most people are going around trying to find a best friend when they don't even like themselves. So how does that work out for us in the long run? How does that help us? We got a small plane going over. We're out here in the country, in the middle of nowhere, and it's a Sunday. And I noticed that they're flying a lot more today, and I think they're giving flight lessons because I hear the engine cut back, and I actually took flying lessons, so I know when you cut the engine back, go into a stall, and then I hear them put it back on when you're coming out of it. So, but anyway, it's flowing past now. So what we're trying to do today is help you understand what you want to find, that one and only, but how do you get them? How do you attract them to you? A lot of people do a lot of manifesting. If you're if you're manifesting from a feeling of brokenness, it's very difficult to not attract, but only brokenness. You've got to get to the place of mind, body, and spirit to where you believe in yourself, that you have self-love, self-care. And you do that by realizing that you were born the perfect person. And all through childhood and up to this point in life, you've been fed all these toxic things through society, through social media, of insecurity. Today, I have very little insecurity. I'm like, it is what it is. People either love me. If they don't, I'm okay with that. I don't need everybody to like me, but I like to be a likable person. I like to give kindness unconditionally. I respect people unconditionally. Do I respect people that don't deserve respect? Yes, because it's who I am. I'm giving respect. Doesn't mean I trust them or I want them to be my friend. Am I kind to everybody? Yes, because that's who I am. Even if somebody's not kind to me, I'm still going to be kind because I'm not going to reduce my standard in order to appease them. If somebody is abusive to me verbally, I'll let them get it out because I don't take it personally anymore. I realize that they've had a bad day or they had something happen at home. Somebody, fussed them out or something. They're just playing it forward. They're full of emotions. I'm in total control of my emotions these days. I had a friend of mine I told that to, and he's like, I'm not at that point yet. He says, people irritate me. But what I want to help you do is when you become in total control of everything within you, everything on the outside will begin to fall into place. Everything on the outside is just a mirror of everything you have on the inside. So you want the love of that love of your life? You want that person to come into your life? What are you doing to stage your life now to attract that person? I've put out this book, Life Made Simple, Secrets to Wealth and Happiness Hidden in Plain Sight. Straight 5-star reviews. I highly recommend it. If you read it, you got 90 days to read it. You read it and you say, Joe, this didn't help me. Mail it to me directly and I will send you a check back. That's how sure I am that book will change your life. It goes through my stages after growing up with all the abuse and all the hell. The first 50 years of my life was pretty much hell. It was a roller coaster, up and down all the time. The whole idea is to live a stabilized life. But when you come from chaos, when you're born into hell, chaos and toxicity, very difficult to find peace and harmony in your life. First thing I had to do, I had to cut out all the toxicity in my life. All past toxic relationships, all my parents, my siblings, anybody that was toxic, I had to cut them out. That's the very first step. Then I had to learn to really believe in myself, to have self-love, to have self-worth. I write in the book about my process, what I've learned. The whole idea is how can we expect to give 100% of ourselves when we feel fragmented or we don't feel whole. And I talk about how to become a whole person, to find that wholeness within of mind, body, and spirit. The mind, how we think. The body, how we keep it clean. I'm on no medication. I got a few pounds to lose, to release, but I'm working on it, and it's day by day. And then the spirit. A lot of people don't realize how much that plays a role. I went through 6 therapists, and then on my 7th therapist, she made all the difference. Why? Because she taught me that it wasn't in my mind, or my issue was not in my mind or my body. It was in my spirit. My spirit had been broken over and over again. When your spirit is broken over and over again, a lot of anger, a lot of bitterness, a lot of feeling of wanting to get even. When you have peace and harmony, that welcomes happiness. You cannot live with all these toxic emotions and still have peace and attract the kind, loving person that you want in your life. All these interact, and all of the emotions will play on one another to find harmony. Whatever you put out comes back eventually, like the boomerang. Consequences, karma, whatever you want to call it. Today, my father is living in the house that he betrayed me out of. Yeah, it was illegal, unethical, everything wrong with a father that would do that to their own child. My father also, before I realized, I didn't even know it at the time. I know he bought my brother a bar, but I did not realize my brother was an alcoholic. And my brother drank himself to death at 29 years old. When I was struggling, my father handed me a liquor bottle. These are the toxic people I had to get out of my life. Statistics show I should not be where I am today. I beat the odds, and you can too, and I'm going to show you how to do it in these videos. I want you to thrive. I want you to be the best person you can be in life. You were born the perfect you, and your job is to become the best you. And as you're becoming the best person that you can be, you'll begin to find all types of meaning in life. Meaning will find you if you go looking for your purpose and start caring. A lot of meaning is found by caring about others. I know a lot of books and all about just stop caring. That way you won't be hurt. Problem with that is you're lowering your consciousness level. We're meant to care. We just got to manage those emotions and feelings. So in order to find that one and only, that person, in summary, focus on yourself. It's never it's never selfish to have self-care as long as you're not taking from anyone else. This is where a lot of people, I've seen people in their 40s and 50s, and they're not sure about how to interpret the difference between self-care and selfishness. There's never a problem with self-care as long as you're not taking from others. Selfishness is gaining at the expense of another. So a mother that wants to spend the weekend with her husband on a trip, but yet they feel guilty because they're leaving their daughter home. Is that selfish? No, it's not selfish, because the husband and wife need time together, because then they become better parents. That's about trade-offs. That's not selfish. That's self-care. Every decision's a trade-off somewhere. So hopefully this is giving you information about just focus on yourself. If you've already got kids, you're single, where a lot of people are these days, they're single parents trying to figure out, how do I, find a relationship, and also I've got my children. And that is a tough balance. I validate that. I can't imagine. My wife went through that when she got out of an abusive marriage, and for years she was alone until we reconnected. Now all of us together, we have nothing but love for one another, and it's a beautiful, beautiful family I have now that I've cut all the toxicity out. I can see it so crystal clear now. So hopefully this is giving you the basic information that you need to start working to find that one. But focus on yourself. Focus on being the best person you can be, becoming the person that you want to be able to offer yourself to. I I did a lot of self-work years ago on myself. I did a lot of skills. As a guy, I wanted a lot of different skills, so I got several different licenses and put myself through college. I went and got my state license to be a master electrician. I've got my real estate broker's license. I did a lot of stuff to be able to be a provider. So that prepared me to be a protector and provider to someone. As a female, it may be different things. That's what, I'm not a female, so I can't really tell you how to prepare. And actually, I'll get my wife to do a video. She can tell you all kinds of stuff. But I can tell you the things I like that she does and that she's done. That she takes a lot of care in her own spirituality. She takes a lot of care in her physical looks. She likes to get her hair done, nails done, things like that. And I'm all for it. I love being able to provide that to her. She doesn't even have to ask me. She just tells me when she's going to go do it. So all these self-care of mind, body, and spirit on her. And I tell her to make sure she has me time. If she wants to just spend the day and go shopping and do stuff for herself, just let me know. We've got a nice balance, and we come down here sometimes together, and sometimes I'm by myself down here at the property. I come out here to nature. You can probably hear the birds. Sometimes you hear the roosters and from next door. So, but I love the serenity I have today that I fought for years to find. Did not realize that I had to get that toxicity out before I can start healing, before I can start being the person that I wanted to be. Nobody ever told me that. A lot of these things I'm telling you on this, nobody ever told me. That's why it's so important for me to tell you. And it's simple stuff. That's why my books, Life Made Simple, simple stuff can change your life if you apply them. But just know that you're loved, man. You are, all of you, male, female. I said man, but male, female. Me and my wife do these that we want you guys to understand and to come together and to just be the best people that you can be in life. Narcissists and abusive people, they just want to control and destroy. Just know that they'll never be happy. They'll never. I think I just heard a turkey. We also got somebody next door has a pelican, I think is what it's called, and one of all the colors. But I just heard it. I'm pretty sure I just heard a turkey gobble. I guess they're running because it's Thanksgiving in next week. So, but know that um, I do these videos. I started this channel because I'm like, all this crap I've had in my life, I'm going to make sure it's not in vain. I'm going to make sure I pass on the wisdom to our future. From my heart to yours, like and subscribe. If you feel like this is great information, leave a comment and like it. I think I'm not big on the algorithms and knowing how all that works. I'm not a techie person, but do whatever it takes to help this channel. Share it with other people and see how you can help us make this a strong channel and get the word out. From my heart to yours, know that you're loved, and I feel very blessed to be able to deliver these to you. Give me any questions that you have in the comments. Blessings.